Well, yeah, I think educating the next generation is important for a whole bunch of reasons. I mean, who knows? I mean, in time for what, right? I mean, what's going to happen in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? So it's important, but I think it's a two-way street. It's not just educating the next generation, it's what are we educating them, how are we educating them, which requires the people involved in education to be much more conscious about what needs to be learned. Education is not just about teaching the young, it's about re-educating how we create a culture of which we, the educators and educatees, are all a part.
I'm really interested in how we can reformat and rebuild the way public learning happens on a systemic level, taking into account everything we've learned in the last 100 years, such as the efficacy of constructive project-based learning, multiple intelligences, and both looking at it from a pedagogic perspective as a lifelong learning exercise, but also looking at it as an economic and community sustainability function. So trying to put education and learning in its sort of right place as a fundamental gateway to citizenship, community, and participation. And the thing that I remember reading about was that in the past, there used to be these places called schools where people went to do the things that I just did across the whole of my life. They were separate buildings surrounded by fences. People went in them, they learned things, they came out in a highly regimented structure while they were inside, and often ended up not knowing, why they were there or doing what they loved. But I'm really glad that the world I live in is referring to that world as a history and a memory.
For most families, at least with the current state of our society and what we expect out of families and how they function, that the physical apparatus of school is important as much as a babysitting tool as it is as an educational resource. And if we have to put our children into centers during some hours of the day so that both parents are able to work, those centers need to be part of the educational process.